Today we're going to go over 10 different styles of breakdowns that you can use in your next metal song. This is for guitarists. We're going to cover THALL, Djent, Deathcore, Metalcore, and Hardcore. I'm sure that by the end of this episode, if you're stuck and if you're kind of having troubles finding out which breakdown to put in your song, by the end of it, you'll get a better idea. Stick around, let's jump in. For any of you interested, all of these example songs are in drop G0. I've brought the bass 6 down to G0. It's very heavy. It's a little wobbly. I wish I had some thicker strings, but I really wanted to just stress test it and see if I could get away with it. I think I can get away with G0. So this first example is more of a tight Djent example, and it goes like this. It's pretty straightforward. It's basically just syncopated kicks and snares with the guitars, and the guitars are just chugging, and then there's like that typical lead. There's usually some sort of like higher, somewhat simple lead with delay and reverb, which sounds like this. I feel like you could probably start a song with something like that. And then the drums, yeah. Normally I would go in and do some ghost notes and stuff like that. If you haven't checked out my ghost note video, check it out right here. I didn't with these examples just because I had 10 breakdowns to go through and I wasn't gonna go through 10 different styles of you know what I'm trying to say. Ghost notes. They're spooky. Pretty straightforward. It always works. It sounds like it's like from 2013, but it's still relevant today. So the next one is basically the same thing except rung out, and there's those heavy one open chords. And it goes like this. So this one is basically the same as the one before. I copied and pasted it over, and I simplified it a little bit just to get like the heavy one open chords to ring out a bit, especially at the end there, like over here. I just really wanted them to ring out because they sound heavier when they're rung out. This could be used in a deathcore song or just a general metalcore song. This next one is another metalcore example, and it goes like this. So also super heavy. Since the first two were more syncopated, I wanted to make it just really open and just very simple. Sometimes simple breakdowns just kick ass and they just like, it's what the song needs. Doesn't always have to be overly complicated or techy. And I know that I'm one to constantly over tech a song and to make it overly complicated, but I know that having a simple part in contrast with all of the complicated, crazy, fast stuff that's going on really makes the song breathe and it makes it more digestible. And it just makes that part stand out. It's like those drums. And to make it more like the example that I did in my last video up here, let's just take these cymbals and put them in the weird spot that I did in that video. This next one is more of like a thrashy breakdown. It reminds me of like Meshuggah, like Chaos Sphere, Destroy, Erase, Improve era. You'll see exactly what I mean. It's very Future Breed Machine. I love Meshuggah. I love every era of Meshuggah. I really like Destroy, Erase, Improve. It just really, I feel like I probably ripped off Future Breed Machine almost exactly. It's very similar. So hopefully I don't get any lawsuits. So this next one, very knocked loose, very like hardcore and beatdown. I love this style of breakdown, very simple, and it goes like this. It sounds like it should be the last breakdown of a song, especially with the cymbal choke at the end there. I don't know. It could be anywhere else and doesn't have to be a cymbal choke, but I don't know, that sounds like the end of a song. I like that a lot. I like all these so far, for different reasons and for different songs. And the cool thing is that, like, even though they're all different tempos and they're different beats, they could all work. Like, nowadays genre is kind of like, who gives a f? Like, it's kind of dead. Pop to metal to rock, like, it's all becoming one big genre. So like, if you're writing a metalcore song, you can throw in a THALL part, or you can throw in a deathcore part or a hardcore part, and it's totally fine. And don't read the comments. This next one is more of a riff breakdown. It's more of like a djenty riff down, whatever you want to call it. So super cool, kind of more of a riff than a breakdown, but if there was a build up, then it would lead into this, it would be a breakdown. Pretty cool, I like it a lot. You'll notice a lot of the things that I do with the drum programming are the same on every part. I have the cymbals leading, but then like I have my accent crashes hitting the important hits. Very, very important when you're writing music. I know a lot of us are guitarists, not all of us play drums. I play drums, there's my drum set right there. I have a lot of years behind the kit, and I know when I'm playing, you accent more than just the right crash, and you don't always have the right crash going the entire song. So this next example is more of like a hardcore deathcore kind of example. Has those crazy panic chords, goes like this. I like those kind of breakdowns because it's like just open, but kind of technical because it's not dun, 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 dun. I like to syncopate the guitar with the drums and have it a little bit more techie instead of having like the snare on the 3 every single friggin' time. It's got those panic chords, and I'm kind of just chromatically moving them, as you can see in my little playthroughs of them. Keys don't really matter with metal music. Like, obviously if you're trying to shred and you're trying to do your thing, it matters. But for breakdowns, like, it's just supposed to be heavy. Whatever sounds heaviest, it doesn't matter if it's in A major, melodic, high minor. Cool, so I wanted to include at least one THALL breakdown. THALL is just technical and slow at the same time, so you'll see exactly what I mean. I have to hear that one more time. I love that one. Just the offbeat cymbal and like just throwing you off guard. I guess to me, that's what THALL is, just throwing you off guard. It's open, but it's technical, and it could be 4/4, it doesn't matter. It just should be like changing the meter constantly, or at least a couple times. What makes this part magical to me is this section right here. That part right there where it's like the both like that last bend and the cymbal are offbeat in their own way. Super cool. I love that kind of stuff. Been listening to a lot of Car Bomb lately, and that drummer is insane. And it's just gonna be like a normal deathcore kind of breakdown. We've heard them since the dawn of deathcore. Sounds like this. Pretty cool, just extremely fast chugging, extremely fast kicks. My right arm was killing by the end of this one. Yeah, really fun. And then this last breakdown, my most consistent one, is a mental breakdown. It's when I start reading the comments and people are saying, you gotta be playing more notes, why don't you shred, why don't you play like Tim Henson? We all have to have our own expectations with musicians. There's enough people shredding out there, there's enough people that sound the exact same shredding, there's enough people that sound the exact same chugging. My goal as a musician is to find what sounds the guitar can make that other people aren't using. I like sounds over notes. There's 12 notes. Everybody uses the goddamn 12 notes and chords. There's sounds that haven't been found yet. That's my goal as a musician. I know what I am. I don't know what you are. Do you know what you are? Do you like this video? Did you want to see more like this? I like doing videos like this because it teaches me to step out of my box as well. There's some breakdowns in here like the THALL one and the deathcore one that I just never would write on my own, other than like trying to come up with different breakdown styles for this video. So it's all good to have these breakdowns under your belt and to have different ones in your arsenal, but as we know as metal listeners, we need some sort of build-up to go into the breakdown, and we need it to be an impactful build-up to go into the breakdown. So if you want to learn a bunch of breakdown build-ups just like this video, check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.